Well, welcome to Appleton Junction. I thought before we ran trains we'd have a look round the railway for all there is to see. Let's go to the engine shed. As you can see, it's a very busy shed, primarily because it's used as an overflow shed for crew in busy times, which is good for engine spotters. On the turntable is class 8F 48758, awaiting the fireman fitting the correct lamps before the loco leaves shed to pick up its train. In front of the turntable is the departure shed, where locos have been refueled and awaiting departure instructions. At the front is 71,000 Duke of Gloucester, and just behind class 3 MT number 82009, and behind it Ivet class 4MT number 43017. On the front row of the main shed tracks are Fairburn tank number 42140. Then 6816 Frankton Grange, then 5064 Bishop's Castle, and finally 46203 Princess Margaret Rose. On the rear tracks are W1 class number 60,700, better known as a Hush Hush, then class 5 45352, and finally class 5 45319. It's worth having a look at our 56 lever frame, fully interlocked, controlling both the points and the signals as per the diagram which any good signal box would have in it. Now let me show you the inside. This has been described to me by many, and I wouldn't disagree, as an absolute work of art. And I consider myself fortunate that Fred Tonks, the late Fred Tonks, built this for me as a thank you for coming to my railway as often as he did. It is a work of art. And the way it works is that if the lever is pulled to change a point or a lock, it touches the micro switch. You heard it there. Sends power through the capacitor, which changes the point. All the signals work off memory wire, and after 20 years they've never given us any fault whatsoever. So let's demonstrate bringing a loco in from outside. Put this back. Now the first thing any signal box would do is lock the points. And that's with the blue switches, blue levers should I say, which are called facing point locks. So they're locking all the point work. That now prevents any error in changing a point when it shouldn't have been changed. Now, if we go to the diagram, signal 45 and 46 are over by the tunnel over there. Because it's going to come off the up slow and onto the loop, we need to pull signal 46. But I can't pull it, and if you look at the signal, the reason being it's locked, and 41 and 42 have to be pulled. Now 42 is the facing point lock, so that has to unlock the signals. Signals 41 are facing points, so they can be pulled. Then it's locked again, and having pulled 41 and 42, if you go over to the signal that's given the right of way to the driver. So let's bring him in, and he's going from there onto the goods yard. And the final job of the signalman is to restore the track and the signals we're running through. So 46 we put back to danger. We want to change 41 so locomotives can't come down the loop in error. We put back the facing point lock, change the point, and then lock it again with 42. My plan is to transition with a display of locomotives and coaches covering the London North Western period to the decline of steam and the emergence of the diesel locomotives. Let's start with the London North Western Railway. The train approaching is a double-headed by two locomotives, 819 Prince of Wales with 66 Experiment. Moving on, we see Clawton number 5908 Alfred Fletcher pulling former London North Western Railway stock but painted in the fully lined LMS crimson. Whilst the loco's held at the signal, it's worth mentioning the guards van. Only 3 made for the London Midland Scottish Railway. It's 40 tonne for a specific job, and that's a beautiful model of it. The rest are all dapple wagons that have been distressed and weathered. And the driver now has a right of way, the signal is down. Let's move forward a few years to the period dominated by the Big Four until nationalisation just after the Second World War. On the down fast line you will see a streamlined Coronation class number 6220 Coronation pulling the streamlined Coronation coaches built to go with it. On the down slow line you will see an LNER class N5 number 5894 pulling a teak Quintart set. Let's set the locos going. On the up fast line, I ask all Manchester United fans to look away because we have an LNER footballer class B17 number 2871 Manchester City, and yes, I am a big Manchester City fan. It's hauling a rake of LNER teak bogie coaches. On the up slow line we have a class 2P number 40658 in the first livery chosen by British Railways for goods locomotives following nationalisation of the railways. Let's get those locos running. On the up fast we have a rake of ex-LNER teak coaches pulled by locomotive 60,700 class W1 in early British Rail blue. On the downfast is Turbomotive 6202 in its final LMS livery. It is pulling a rake of period 1 LMS fully lined coaches. Pulling the LMS set is Patrick 45532 Illustrious in early BR black lined livery. Approaching on the up fast is locomotive number 5034 Corfe Castle, hauling a rake of Great Western Railway collet coaches. Approaching is Garrett number 47987, bringing a coal train into Stockton Heath's coal sidings. On arrival of the Garrett, Aspinall number 50887 will depart with the 10 AM fitted push-pull to Appleton Junction. Approaching at speed is Sitja Furo on an enthusiast special. Approaching on the down fast is Duchess number 46246 City of Manchester, pulling the Caledonian. Our final shot is of a Class 9F number 92077, which is one of the last class of steam engine built for British Railways. To finish your visit to Appleton Junction, we'll give you a sneak preview of our next proposed show, which will be all diesel, and there are some for you to see and admire. And thank you for watching.